Hi fellows, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. These are solutions for 2015 paper 1. But remember I have done for paper 2, so this is 2015 solutions for paper 1 mathematics. So this is a paper 1. This is where you're not allowed to use a calculator or mathematical calculator, should we say. As you can see, the instruction there says the use of any calculating aid is not allowed in this paper. The calculating aid that they're talking of is the device that you're going to use to calculate is not allowed. So this is, you're going to purely be using your head. So question number 1, it says chicken costs 19 pula for 85 kg. So calculate the cost of 8 kg of chicken. So it takes 2 marks. So then our solution is going to be, let me enlarge a bit. Yeah, I think it's good. So we're simply going to do pure multiplication. So it's going to be 19.40 times 8. 4 times 0, sorry, 8 times 0 is 0. 8 times 4, how much is it? 8 times 4 is a 32. So therefore we're going to have a 2 carry 3 there, and then 8 times 9, 8 times 9, 8 times 9, it's something like 72, and 72 plus 3 is 75. 75, you carry 7. 8 times 1 is 8, 8 plus 7, 8 plus 7, I think it's a 15. So then our answer is going to be that. So it's going to be 155 pula 20 thebe. So that is going to be our money. So we can move on to the next question. So you 2 marks backed. So we are given units there, so we simply write our final answer in the answer space. We have to first know what the question says. So number 2, it says a farmer has 560 cattle that were tested for foot and mouth disease. Of these, 90% tested positive for the disease. So calculate the number of cattle that were free of the foot and mouth disease. So cattle, we have 560 cattle, but we know that 90% were tested positive for the disease. So then now we want those that are negative, or those that are free of the disease, which means that it's simply going to be 100% minus 90. 100% minus 90. You can do one way or the other. You can simply say 100 minus 90, which means that those that are free is going to be how many percent? 10%. So you can simply get that by saying 10% of 560, and this 0 cancels that one, this 0 cancels that one, and then you get that only 56 cattle are free of the disease. 56. Or you can calculate the 90% first, or should I change ink? Maybe, yeah. Okay. Or you can first calculate those that have the disease. So that is going to be 90% of 560. 0 cancel 0, 0 cancel 0. Then you get 9 times 56. How much is it? I don't know. 56 times 9. I'm sorry, I'm just using the calculator on the side so I can make the video to be short. But these are basic things that I think that we should be able to calculate. 56 times 9. You can simply do direct multiplication, like 56 times 9, and then 9 times 6. We get to see how much is it, and then get the final answer. So here it is going to be 504. 504 are positive, so those that are negative, we are going to simplify them by saying 560 minus 504. Then it has to be 56. So minus 504. So it's going to be 56. So either way it's fine, but I think the first one is okay. So then now moving on to the next question. It's there. It's statistics. It says the distribution shows the masses in kg at birth of nine babies. So calculate the median. The median is that one which is in the middle. Or yeah, that one which is in the center. So therefore, first of all, we have to first arrange our data in ascending order. So the very smallest number here, I think, is a 2.7. So you rearrange 2.7, and then the next one 2.7. I mark it, or should I say I underline it, so I can see which number have I dealt with, because if I do not underline them, maybe I'm going to repeat some numbers also. So therefore it is very best that you underline or you mark. So it's 2.7, and then the next one I think is a 2.8, and then the next one is going to be 2.9, and the next one is going to be, we don't have a 3 here, 3.2 is not there, 3.3 is not there, it's here 3.3, so 3.3, and then next after 3.3, 3.4, it's here, and we don't have any other 3.3, okay, so 3.4, then next after 3.4, 3.5 is not there, 3.6, and then the next one 3.7 is not there, 3.8 is not there, 3.9 is there, 3.9, and then next 3.9, I underlined it, 4.4, and then next 4.5. This is a point, sorry for that. 4.5. So yeah, this is our data. This is all our data. So 9 kids, we can count and see if at all we have our data there after rearranging. Are they indeed 9? Because we might think that we have arranged well, only to figure out that we have 10, the statistics of 10. Yeah, we have 10 by mistake, or we have 8 by mistake. So therefore we have to each and every time confirm. So it's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So we are good. So we are looking for the median as of now. So I'm going to underline my data one by one, or should I say side by side. The smallest number cancels the biggest number until we go onto the middle, so that we can find where are they converging, or should I say where are they going. So the first one is going to be 2.7 will cancel the biggest, and then 2.8 will cancel the one which follows, then 2.9 will cancel the one which follows, and then 3.3 will cancel the one which follows. So therefore our answer is 3.4. So therefore 3.4 is going to be our answer. So that's how easy it is. 3.4. And then the next one says the mean mass of the babies. Mean is simply addition of our numbers. We are simply going to add our numbers. Just add them all together, then divide by 9. That is what we are going to do. So first of all, let's find the additions of those. So therefore we can have, I don't know where we are going to work, 2.7 plus 2.8 plus 2.9 plus 3.3 plus 3.4 plus 3.6 plus 3.9 plus 4.4 plus 4.5. We are adding all this. We can first add all numbers which are on the right hand side of the decimal place, which are those ones which are the first decimal place. So adding those, we're going to have 7 plus 8. 7 plus 8 is 15. 15 plus 9. 15 plus 9 is 24. Can you confirm? 15 plus 9. 15 plus 9, yes, 15 plus 9 will be 24. then plus 3 it will be 27, plus 4 it will be 31. Yeah, it will be 31, plus 6 it will be 37, plus 9, 37 plus 9, how much is it? My arithmetic is very weak. 37 plus 9 is going to be 46. Then 46 plus 4 is going to be 50. 50 plus 5 is going to be 55. So the last digit, put it there, it's 5, carry 5. And then we add all these. So therefore, remember, they should have a point there. Then we're going to say, this is a 5, remember. 5 plus 2 is a 7, plus 2 is a 9, plus 2 is 11, plus 3, it's 14, plus 3 is 17, plus 3 is 20, plus 3 is 23, plus 4 is 27, plus 4 is 31. 31. So that means that now our total is going to be 31.5. So for the purposes of time and stuff, let me punch it. Allow me to punch in the calculator to confirm you had all the answer that will correspond. So 2.7 plus 2.8 plus 3 plus 2.9. Okay, yeah, plus 2.9 plus 3.3 plus 3.4 plus 3.6 plus 3.9 plus 4.4 plus 4.4 plus 4.5. 4.5. Yeah, it's 31.5. So now we have gotten our 31.5. Our 31.5 is the total mass of all our babies. So now we have to divide it by 9 because we have 9. So because we want the mean, and mean is simply average. Remember, mean is average. Mean is average. So now we are going to divide that 31.5 divided by 9. Guys, I'm not sure if I know how to divide by hand. You should say yeah. So 9 into 3 it can't. 9 into 3 it can't. Then 9 into 31. 9 gets into 27 3 times. So therefore it's going to be 3. Remainder how much? Remember it gets in 27, so therefore it's remainder 4. So remainder 4. Then 9 into 4 it can't, therefore a decimal place and a 0. Am I right? Let me confirm. No, it's not a 0 because now we have another number on the right. So we just simply going to say it's a point there. It's a point there, and then we're going to say 9 into 45. So which will be a 5. So therefore our average is 3.5. It's going to be 3.5. So yeah, that's pretty much it, or that's pretty much how it's done. So the hardest part in this math, I think, is division. Yeah, and if at all you are under confusion of division like I have been, you can simply convert your numbers. Let me give you an alternative which will kind of help you run away from decimals. If you get numbers like 31.5 divided by 9, you can simply multiply these numbers by 1, and that 1 you can just have it in as a format of maybe 10, because we want to get rid of this decimal 5 or 0.5. So we are going to simply multiply by 10 at the top, by 10 at the bottom. Therefore you're going to have 315 divided by 90, and then I'm going to say 90 into 3 it can't, 90 into 31 it can't, 90 into 315 you get that is 3, and guess the 3 times, remainder how much? 3 times, so it is going to get in 270. It's going to get in 270, and then 270 minus 315. You're going to have 315 minus 270. So then it's going to be a 45. So then you're going to have 45 as a remainder, and then 90 into 45 it can't. That's when I put a decimal place there, and then put a 0 there, and then 90 into 450 it will be a 5. So you have other alternatives. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Okay, I hope we are clear. So next question, sorry about that, and we have to label your solutions. This one you have to label it that it's B, and then its answer is here. You can underline it and then copy it in the answer space there. Copy it in the answer space. So this one, this is 1 mark. You can simply just have the answer at the answer space, or this you should have taken it to here, just below B there, and then you label it that it's A. So just get rid of confusion. Okay, number 4, it says that, what is this? I don't know what an urn is. An urn contains 15 liters of tea. The tea is emptied into cups. The tea is emptied into cups such that each cup holds 125 milliliters of tea. So calculate the total number of cups that can be filled from the 15 liters of tea. So we are going to have, okay, we have a 15 liters container, but this container is going to be emptied because it has 15 liters of tea. So it's going to be emptied into small cups, which are each 125 milliliters. So therefore we want to know how many cups are we going to have. Calculate the total number of cups that will be filled. What is filled is like full. The total number of cups which are going to contain a full, or which are going to contain tea to the fullest or to the brim. Okay, so we are simply going to say that 15 liters, we either have to convert one unit to the other. Either we convert 15 liters or we convert 125 milliliters to liters, because we have to deal with uniform units. So then we can convert the 15 liters. Remember that 1 liter is equals to 1000 milliliters. So therefore it's going to simply be 15,000. It's going to be 15,000 divided by 125. So therefore 125 into 1 it can't, into 15 it can't, 125 into 150, it's going to get there once, remainder 25. I'm going to cancel that and have a 25 there. 125 into 25, 125 into 25 it can't. 125 into 250 is going to get there how many times? 250. 2 times is a whole. It's going to just be a 2 whole, remainder nothing, and then you're going to have a 0 left, because this 125 into 250, it's a whole 2. It's 2 without a remainder, or the remainder is 0, and then we will be done. But then we have another 0 there left, so it's going to have 120. Let me confirm. So it's 15,000 divided by 125. So 15,000 divided by 125. Yeah, it will be 120. So we're going to have 120 cups is going to be filled in tea. So that is it. Correct. We'll move on to the next one. It says a customer's bank balance is in arrears. A customer's bank balance is in arrears. Arrears is the negatives. Yes, the negatives. So a customer's bank balance is in arrears of 545. So the customer deposits 720 into the account to clear the arrears. The arrears are the negatives, remember. So these are simply the bank charges, or when you a certain thing, should I say organization or something, which you have bought something at or in installments, and they have to withdraw their money or deduct their money from your account and they find nothing, they will deduct and you remain with negative. So these are arrears. So then, yeah, the customer is going to deposit 720 in order to clear that, so the bank can have something, be at zero or have some money. So then the question says, what is the customer's new bank balance? That is after depositing 720. So it's going to be simple. Remember that in our account we have negative 45. So we're going to have 720 minus 545. So yeah, so do simple subtraction of standard 2. 0 minus 5, it can't, therefore we borrow 1 here. That's how we are taught. Borrow 1 from here, and then you remain with the 1, and then put a 1 there, and then 10 minus 5 is a 5, and then 1 minus 4, it can't. Borrow 1 from here, you remain with a 6, and then put 1 there. 11 minus 4, it's a 7. 11 minus 4 is a 7, and then 6 minus 5 is a 1. So what we're going to have, 175 Pula left. So my answers, I will always confirm them by calculator so I don't mislead you fellows. So minus 545. So it's correct is 175 Pula. So moving on to question number 6. Question number 6, let me go back to my column. Question number 6 says that the number of participants and officials at a sport field is 1,575. So the ratio of the number of officials to the number of participants is 1:34. So calculate the number of officials at the sports field. So number of officials in sports field according to ratio is 1 of total people there. We are going to add our two ratios, 1 plus 34. It's going to be 35. So this means that of all the people who are at the field, or of the people that are at the field, 1 from all the people, and all the people in simplest terms we can simply add our ratios. There is a total of 35. Then we're going to say times that total number, 1,575, and then we're going to calculate that. So we're going to do simple division. So 35, this is just the one you can ignore. So 35 and 15, it can't. 35 into 157, which is the one you're going to calculate. So 157 divided by 35, 157 divided by 35, divided by 35. You're going to do it by hand, by the way. You're going to add the 35s until they arrive at a number a little bit lesser than this one. So you're going to say 35 plus 35, then C is how much, and then plus 35. Let me try for 3. Let me do 3 35s. So then we're going to have 15, 5, carry 1, 3, 6, 9, 10. This is 105, and another 35. We can add another 35 before we can reach 157. So we add another 35, and then we get 5 plus 5, it's a 10, carry 1, 0 plus 1, it's a 1, plus 3, it's a 4, and then carry 1 down. So 140. It's very close to 157. So therefore we count the 35s. How many are they? They are 4. And then remainder. So our remainder, what are we going to say? 157 minus 140. So it's going to be 17. Yes, it's going to be 17. This implies that we are going to cancel. You're going to cancel, then you're going to have a 17. So then now 135, this one, 35 into 17, it can't. 35 into 175. So we can continue from this one. We can say plus 35 to see how much you're going to get. So 0 plus 5 is a 5, 4 plus 3 is a 7, then carry 1 down. So therefore it has agreed, it has arrived at 175 that we were looking for. So therefore, how many 35s do we have here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then this implies that we have 45 officials. This is simply dividing fellows without a calculator. So I guess we are good. Or someone can just write it as these can be rewritten as 1575 divided by 35. Or someone may use long division and say 35 1575, of which they are going to give you the same answer. This is when using long division, that method we learned in standard 3. So yeah, I think we are good. So moving on to the next one, question number 7. So this one is loci and construction, and by the way, I'm really sorry I don't have the instruments for that. So the laptop I'm using now is not allowing me to install anything, so yeah, I'm sorry about that. So it says that, let me just explain it, you guys will draw that sign. It says Ame lives 3.8 kilometers from the school S. The position of the school is marked in the space below. We can see it. Here is the S for school. And then it says that using a scale of 1 centimeter to using a scale of 1 centimeter to represent 1 kilometer, draw the locus of points that show the positions of where Ame lives. So this is when we go to the objectives of loci and construction. Objective number 1 says that we are going to be looking for a loci of points which are equidistant to a fixed point. So now our fixed point will be the school. Therefore, Ame can live anywhere around the school, but as long as it's 3.8 kilometers. So therefore, with that thing of scale, this means that when we are drawing, we are going to use this as 3.8 centimeters because the ratio is 1 to 1. So it means that you're going to take your compass. We hope you know where a compass is. That one with which you can put a pencil in. Yeah, compass. We know a pair of compasses. So we are going to take that one, a compass, put a pencil in it, and make sure that the pencil, close the compass, make sure that they flush. They flush as in the pin of the compass and the tip of the pencil, they are at the same, should I say the same level? Yeah. And then you're going to take your ruler and then you're going to open your compass 3.8 centimeters. That is pinning the compass pin at 0 of your ruler and then opening it, and then the tip of your pencil should be at 3.8 centimeters. And then you take that as is, and then you come fix the tip of your compass, or what should I say, the pin. Fix the pin of your compass at that small dot, which is by S for school there. And then after pinning it, you rotate. Just make a complete circle. That will be our loci, and then 2 marks will be backed. So we're gonna have something like that, but you will be doing with a compass. Mine is not perfect, by the way, because I'm not perfect. And then yeah, there they should be 3.8 centimeters. So yeah, that's pretty much. So moving on to the next question, it says that the diagram below shows a plot. The diagram below shows a plot A, B, C, D in form of a trapezium. The plot is such that AB is 35 meters and BC is 30 meters. AB, this one 35, AB is 35, and then BC is 30. BC is 30 and CD is 40. CD from here to there is 40. And then it says calculate area of the plot. I hope we know area of the trapezium. Area of the trapezium, I know we are familiar with it. So number A, area of the trapezium is going to be the 2 parallel sides. We are going to add them, then divide by 2. I hope you know it. It says that A plus B over 2 times height, which is going to be 40 plus 35 over 2 times our height there is 30. So yeah, 40 plus 35 is going to be 75. So it's going to be 75. We're going to have 75 times 30 over 2. Then 2 here, 1, 2 there, 15. Then 75 times 15 is going to be our answer. Or we are going to get our answer from there. 75 times 15. So how much is it? I don't know. So let me calculate rough there. 75 times 15. Multiplying 5 times 5 is a 25. 5 carry 2, then 5 times 7 is a 35. 35 plus 2 is a 37. It's a 37. And then 1 times 5 it's a 5. 1 times 7 is a 7. Add those ones. 5 and then 7 plus 5. 7 plus 3 is a 10. Plus 2 is a 12. So it will be a 12. Carry 1. 10, 11. So it's going to be 1,100. 1,125. 1,125. Let me check if at all what we did there is correct. So it's 40 plus 35 over 2 times 30. Yeah, we are good, it's correct. Okay, number B, it says that the plot is solved. I hope we are good. Yeah, you just follow the formula and calculate. So number B says the plot is solved such that each square meter costs 80 bulla. So calculate the total cost of the plot. So each square meter, that is a square meter, they mean like 1 meter squared, or it sells at 80 bulla. So therefore, for us to calculate the value of the plot, we are going to simply say that area of the plot times area per square meter, or per meter square. So then we're going to have 1,125 times 80. So we can simply have it in let me have it in an easy way, because I like easy ways. So it's going to be times 80 times 80. So it's going to be 0, 0, 0, 0. And then 8 times 5, is it 40? I'm not sure. 8 times 5, let me check. It's 40. 8 times 5, it's 40. Remember that our first number, we have to put it right under 8. So 40, so it's going to be a 0, carry 4. 8 times 2 is 16. 16 plus 4 is 20. 0, carry 2. 8 times 1 is 8. Plus 2 is a 10. 0, carry 1. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 1 is a 9. Then 9. So add those numbers. Remember we have this 0, then these ones, adding them, 18. So this is what, 90,000. So then this is 90,000 bulla. So 90,000 bulla. Let me check if at all we get the same answer. 125 times 80. Yeah, it is okay, it's correct. So we can move further to the next one. Question number 8 is there. We're going to draw straight lines, it seems. So on the axis provided, draw the diagram. On the axis provided, draw the graph of y is equals to x plus 1 from the axis of -4 to 4. So seriously, okay. So x is equals to 1. Remember that x is equals to 1 is the one which passes through. Okay, let's do table of contents values. Let me not say a lot of things. X, y. Look at your values here. So we can simply pick maybe -1, 0, 1, 2, something like that. If the x value is -1, what will be the y value? If the x value is -1, the y value will be a 0. If the x value is -1, the y value will be a 0. And if the x value is a 0, the y value will be a 1. If the x value is a 1, the y value will be a 2. If the x value is 2, the y value will be 3. So then we have points which is negative 1, 0, 0, 1, and 1, 2. And then the next one, it will be what, 2, 3, and so forth. So remember that for us to draw a straight line, we need at least 2 points. So, but let's just plot all of them. So negative 1, 0, negative 1, 0 is here. And then remember that when you are drawing, your point should fall within the 4 small squares. Within the 4 small squares, remember. Mine is going to be big because of the enlargement also, but I'm sorry about that. So the next one will be 0, 1. 0, 1 will be somewhere there. Then the next one will be 1, 2. 1, 2 will be somewhere there. And the next one will be 2, 3. 2, 3 is going to be somewhere there. I hope you can see the straight line. We'll go like that. Remember, I am not perfect. Remember, you are going to do it with the ruler, and then you get 1 mark for that. And then now the question says that show by shading the unwanted region. Show by shading the unwanted region the set of points satisfying inequality y is greater than x plus 1. Y is greater than x plus 1. So where is y greater than x plus 1? Remember that this equation here, this equation right there, is x plus 1, is y is equal to x plus 1. So now here they are saying the y value is great. Where is the y value great? The y value is going to be great on the other side. So we are shading unwanted, which means we are shading the false region. We are shading the false region. So which one is the false region? The false region is going to be this one, this side, because this is where y is smaller. This is where y is smaller than that equation. You can shade like this, but make sure your shading is a little bit nice. So yeah, then you get your 2 marks. I hope we are good. Or you might do that by plucking points. You just pick a point, just pick a point from either side. You can pick a point maybe from this side. If that point is true, this implies that the region you picked the point from is the correct region or the wanted region. So therefore, let's pick a point maybe from that side. It's going to be, I picked negative 1, 3, negative 1, 3. We are going to plug it on the equation, on this equation. Plugging it there, we are going to get that the y value there is 3 greater than or equals to the x value from our point is negative 1 and then plus 1. So we are going to have that 3 is greater than 0, which is true. If it is true, it means that we took our equation on our true region. True region, remember, is the wanted, right? Which means now this is our wanted region, which means our wanted region is where we took our point, which means that now we're going to shade the unwanted region, which is the other side. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you. Let us go to the next one. I know you understand. Let us go to the next question. The next question, question number 10, it says the number of diagonals. What is this? Okay, the number of diagonals of a polygon. The number of diagonals of a polygon is given by n times n minus 3 divided by 2, where n is the number of sides of the polygon. So calculate the number of diagonals of a polygon that has 11 sides. Okay, we are given the formula, we are simply plugging in. Remember, n is the number of sides of polygon. So now we are asked to calculate of that shape with 10 things, that shape with 11 sides. I forgot what it's called. So therefore, simply going to be 11 times 11 minus 3 over 2. So it's going to be 11 times 11 minus 3 is is 8. Is 8. It's 8. Remember, over 2. 2 here, 1, 2 there, 4. 4 times 11. 4 times 11 is going to be a 44. so it's going to be 44 diagonals. So I guess we're good. Or should I check my calculator? But still it's fine, huh? 11 minus 3. 11 minus 3. So remember that you yourself, you cannot check the calculator because it's not allowed. So therefore, you are forced to check by hand as well, by hand and head, not by an electronic calculator. Okay, yeah, this is it, fellows. We'll be moving on to the question number 11. It says that a 250 grams, a 250 gram packet of pani cost X pula. Mpo buys 5 packets of pani. Number A, it says express in terms of X the total amount of money needed to buy the 5 packets. So it's simply the same as our first one. How many packets do we have? We have 5 packets. How much does a packet cost? It's X. So therefore, the total money. So money is X pula times the 5 packets. So therefore, it's 5X. It's 5X. In algebra, we don't really need units, so it's just 5X. So number B, it says the total amount of money needed by Mpo to buy the 5 packets of pani is 22 pula 50. The total amount, read it again, the total amount of money needed by Mpo for the 5 packets of pani is 22 pula 50. 22 pula 50 is needed to buy that pani. Is needed. Remember, no change. They have not said there is change, which means there is no change, because they're saying that the total money needed by the Mpo is 22 pula 50 to buy that. And then number A says form an equation in terms of X to represent this information. So it's simply going to be 5X is equals to 22.5. And then number B, it says solve the equation. So this one, B Roman 2, you need some space for solving. So it's going to be 5X is equals to 22.5 divided by 5 divided by 5. Then X is equals to 5 into 20, 5 into 2 it can't, 5 into 22 it gets there 4 times, remainder 2. Then 5 into 2 it can't, then a decimal, then 5 into 25 it's a 5. So therefore it's 4.5. Remember, I was answering the question which says solve the equation. It is not talking about money. It is not talking about money, so it's just maths. So it's going to be 4.5. 4.5. And then Roman 3, it says hence or otherwise find the cost of 2 packets of pani. Remember, one packet of pani costs X pula, and X is equals to 4.5, which means that it is equals to 4 pula 50, right? This is 4 pula 50. X is 4 pula 50. Now they are looking at of 2 packets of pani. Therefore, it's going to be 9 pula. Okay, calculating. It's going to be 2 times 4 pula 50, or should I just say 4.5? No, 4 pula 50 times 2 is equals to 9. So therefore, it's 9 pula. Put a point there. Remember that money is strictly to 2 decimal places. Money is strictly to 2 decimal places. Don't round it to 3 or to 4 or to 1. 2 decimal places all the time for money. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's continue. Question number 12, it says the diagram below shows the arrangements of chairs around a table, around one table, 2 tables, 3 tables, forming the beginning of a sequence from the first term to the third. How many chairs will be needed in the fourth, in diagram number 4? So first, how many chairs do we need in diagram 1? It's 4, and then 6, 8, so it's plus 2. I think it's plus 2 plus 2. So we are just having that it's 4, 6, 8. So it's simply plus 2 plus 2 and so forth. So therefore the fourth diagram is going to be 8 plus 2, so therefore it's a 10. Therefore it will be a 10. Then the next one says Write down an expression in terms of n for the number of chairs in diagram n. Remember that Tn is equals to an plus b. This is where a is the common difference. Common difference is second term minus first term. Second term minus first term. So 6 minus 4 is a 2. So it's the one I'm talking about, this positive 2. So we're going to have that Tn is equals to, okay, that means right, Tn is equals to 2n plus b. What is b? Which one is b? We can just sample and say, let's take the one which is in term number 1. Term number 1 is 4, so therefore Tn for term number 1 is 4 times 2 times position of term number 1 is 1 plus b to make b the subject. And then take this 2 times 1 is a 2, and then we take that 2 to the other side, so it's going to be 4 minus 2. 4 minus 2, which is a 2. Therefore, we are going to have that Tn is equals to 2n plus 2. So it's 2 means that Tn is equals to 2n plus 2. It's this expression. Okay, but still it's fine as an equation. So it's good. This is it. Number B. Then you bank your 2 marks. And then number C, it says how many tables are needed. What are they saying now? Hey, how many tables are needed for 84 chairs? 84 chairs. Remember that the 1 table for diagram number 1, or 1 table for position 1, 2 tables for position 2, 3 tables for position 3, which means that now when they say how many tables, they mean what is the position? What is the position in which our sequence is going to have the term number as 84? So therefore we are simply going to take our formula and say that 84 is equals to 2n plus 2. Take 2 to the other side, we get that 82. Again, 84 minus 2 is equals to 2n. So it's going to be 82 is equals to 2n. So divide by 2, divide by 2. Then 2 cancels 2, and then we have that 82 over 2 is 41. Then n is equals to 41. Therefore, is table 81. Sorry, 41. Table 41. So I think we are good. So let's pause. Yeah, let's pause. Transformation. So the diagram below shows like height a and b. So it says describe fully the single transformation that makes a and b. So I'm looking at these 2 diagrams. They are facing the same direction. This is the same shape, but it has been moved to a certain position. So now for sure, as easy as that is, it's simply translation. So it's translation. So you're gonna simply find a vector. So you can use the tip, this tip, and that tip there, or use the top ones. Just use the one you like, fellows. Now I don't know which one I like. Yeah? Let's use the ones on the right. So we're gonna use those ones. Remember, it goes like this one, goes like that, and then like that. You're simply going to count the boxes as per your Cartesian plane, because here is 1 unit for 1 box, 1 unit for 1 box, or 1 unit for 1 centimeter. So you're simply going to count translation, which maps A onto B. So you're going to count from A going to B. So therefore, you're going to count the number of boxes is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So X value is 8. Remember, it's a column vector. X value is the one that we're moving horizontal again. So we moved horizontally to the right. So it's positive 8. And then Y value is going to be, we are starting from there. So then start counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this is the Y value. It's 7. But remember, we are going down. Therefore, it's negative 7. So that's it. But first, we have to state the name. So this is translation. Translation by column vector by column vector 8, -7. Yeah, 8, -7. And then you beg your 2 marks. 1 mark is for translation, 1 mark is for the column vector. So yeah, number B, it says this one. It says the coordinates of the point P. The coordinates of the point P are -3, 4, and -3, 4, and point Q, and those of point Q are 2, 5, 2, -5, and PR is 5. Column vector PR is 5 by -12. So what are the coordinates of R? Yeah, okay, imagine it this way. First, we have the Cartesian plane. So if you are having the Cartesian plane like this, so this one P, you're saying is -3, 4. -3, 4. Negatives will go to the left, 4 you go up. So P should possibly be there. Then now Q. Where is Q? Q is 2, -5. So 2 you go to the right, -5 down. So this is where Q should be. And then now they are giving you a summary. They are saying that PR is equals to 5, -12. But remember that from here to P, this gives you a column vector 0P. We convert it to vectors. It gives you column vector 0P. This column vector 0P, it's going to be -3, 4. Then this one, column vector origin OQ, not 0, is O there. Sorry about that. So it's going to be 2, -5. So now we are told that PR is going to be 5, -12. So we are asked what are the coordinates of R. So we are going to move from P as a point to R as a point, but the magnitude between them is going to be not the magnitude, sorry, the distance between them as per each coordinate or as per each dimension, is it? Yes, x value and y value is going to be 5, -12. So now you are going to simply PR, the way is going to be, we are going to have PR. What this means that, let me try to break it down. PR is going to be PO plus OR. PO plus OR. Yeah, and then we are told that PR is 5, -12. So which means that 5, -12 is equals to PO. PO is simply OP but negated. You're going to negate this to get PO. So it's going to be 3, -4. They multiply by negative. We are multiplying by negative. Plus OR. OR, what is OR? We don't know OR. OR is going to be XY. We're just calling them XY. And then we are making XY the subject. So we take 3, -4 to the other side. So therefore, we're going to minus. So it's going to be 5, -12 minus 3, -4. So remember it's XY. Therefore, it's going to be 5 minus 3. 5 minus 3 is a 2. And then -12 minus -4, so which is -12 plus 4 is going to be -8. xy. And what is xy? Xy, we say that is OR. And what is OR? OR is simply the coordinate. We simply break it down into a coordinate. So therefore, R is equals to 2, -8. I think, yeah, 2, -8. So now, yeah, it's good. Now the next question says, write down QR as a column vector. QR as a column vector. So now we are moving from Q to R. So QR as a column vector. So remember that number B, I should have labeled this as A. So remember that, fellows. So number B, we want QR. So first of all, you should know that QR, you are going to get it by QO plus OR. These question vectors. So now, yes. So now, do we know QO? QO is negation of that one. QO or Q to origin. QO, and let me just use a different ink. QO is going to be -25. We are negating it again, multiplying by negative. So therefore, it's going to be -2, -25 plus OR. What is OR? OR is the one we found here. It's this one. Therefore, it is this one. OR. So it's going to be 2, -8. And then you're going to have -2 plus 2 is 0. 5 plus -8 is 3. Be negative though. So then, oh sorry, I did not write our answers in our answers page. So this is 2, -8, and then this is going to be 0, -3. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then number C, they ask us what is calculate the magnitude of PR. Magnitude of PR. PR is always given, is already given, this one. PR. So magnitude for vectors, you're going to say x component squared plus y component squared, all under root. So therefore PR is going to be root of 5 squared plus 12 squared, or should I say -12 squared. Remember, all under root. So this is going to be 25 plus 144. You should know that 12 squared is 144. Let me check. 12 squared, it should be, is 144. And then adding this, it will be 169. Okay, not that, but 169. 169. Root 169 is 13. So it's going to be 13 units. So as per the roots that we are going to be demanded in paper 1, as far as I know, 169 is the maximum number, but not that it will be always maximum. Maybe there will be one big number which will be bigger than it, by the way. But yeah, 169. You should know your squares and the roots. That 1 times 1 is a 2. Can I get 1 squared is a 1, 2 squared is a 4, 3 squared is a 9, 4 squared is 16, 5 squared is 25, 6 squared is 36, 7 squared is 49, 8 squared is 64, 9 squared is 81, 10 squared is 100, and then 11 squared is 121, and then 12 squared is 144, 13 squared is 169, 14 squared, I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, this is pretty much it. We should know them, the squares and the roots. So number 15, question number 15, it says the information below shows the starting times of some television programs. So we have that news, they start at 5:30, and then breakfast show 6:35, fairy teller at 8, and then prime series at 9:05. So it says how many minutes are there between the starting time of breakfast show and the starting time of fairy teller. So we're going to say the starting time of your retailer is 8. So you see, you're going to simply subtract. So it's going to be 0800 minus, they're saying between breakfast show it's 635. So it's going to be 635. So we're going to simply subtract 0 minutes minus 35. It can't, remember, we can't have negative minutes in real time. So therefore we are going to borrow 1 from 8 and remain with the 7. And remember that these ones are hours. We're gonna remain with 7 hours. When we take that 1 for this portion of minutes, we are going to have 1 hour, which is 60 minutes. So we're gonna have 60. There's gonna be 60 plus 0, then 60. So then 60 minus 35. So it will be 25. And then 7 hours minus 6 hours is 1. So therefore is 1 hour 25 minutes. But they are saying you should give it in minutes. So remember that 1 hour is 60 minutes. So it's 60 plus 25. So it's going to be 60 plus 25. So it's going to be 85. It's 85 minutes. 85 minutes. 85 minutes. Hey guys, this paper sounds all new. This paper sounds new. So yeah, minus, I'm just confirming on the calculator. 0635. Yeah, it's good. Okay, it's okay. Yeah, which is 85 minutes. So the number B says that, moving to the next one, number B says that prime series lasts for 1 hour 35 minutes. What time does it end? Prime series is the last one, so we're going to add it to that. This is number B. 0905. Prime series lasts for 1 hour 35 minutes. What time does it end? So it starts at 5 past 9. So we're going to add 1 hour 35 to that. So then 5 plus 35 is a 40, and then 1 plus 9 is a 10. So it's going to end at 10:40. And then you have to write your time well. That is 12-hour notation. So therefore we have to write the same. And so it's going to be 12:40. Yeah, 12:40. Maybe HRS. Yeah, 10. Sorry, 10:40. So yeah, that's it. Time. We have been taught time is standard 3. So you shouldn't forget these things. Or standard 4 if not 3. Number B. The diagram below shows two similar triangles, ACD and ABE. So AE is 10 centimeters and EB is 4 centimeters and DC is 9 centimeters. DC and EB are parallel. Calculate the length of AD. So this is similarity and congruence. So we have a smaller triangle AEB or ABE and the bigger triangle which is ACD. So therefore we are going to take corresponding sides and use them. So then the ratio is that for a bigger triangle composes of, a bigger triangle is a 9 and a smaller triangle is a 4. So then the question says find the length of AD. AD is the bigger one. AD is the bigger one. So therefore as I'm going to say that you can use ratio proportion or use the scalars. By ratio proportion, you're going to get that for a big one, it's going to be big is to small. Big is a 9, small is a 4. Then we are looking for big. Small one, or the one we are looking for, this one, we are looking for AD. Remember that we're looking from here to right there. So therefore, we're simply going to see the small one, which is a 10 which is AE, a 10 is to unknown x, then you cross multiply because it's a direct proportion. So 9 times 10 is going to be 90. is equals to 4x, and then x is equals to 90 over 4. 90 over 4. So 4 into a 9 is a 2. Remainder 1. 4 into that it can 4 into 10. 4 into 10 is going to be a 2. Then remainder 2. 4 into that it can't, so then a 2. 4 into 20 is 5, so it's 22.5. Let me check. Or you can simply say 10 times 9 over 4. Yeah, it's 22.5, 22.5. So it's correct. Or an alternative method, you might just say that. For a bigger side, you might say that it's going to be a ratio, or should I say length of a big one over length of a small one times length of a small one. What is length of a small one? In this case it's a 10. So alone is going to give you 22.5, which is simply what we had there. So yeah, it is fine. This is similarity and congruence. The last one. Oh wow. Okay, the last one. Question number 17 says the scatter graph below shows the relationship of marks scored on 2 courses A and B. So describe the correlation between the marks of course A and of course B. So course A it's going to be what am I saying? Sorry about that. Correlation, we have only 3 types of correlation. In general maths, we have 3 types of correlation, and for at least for basic level, we have 3 types of correlation. The first one, it's positive correlation. Positive correlation is when our points are rising as we go to the right. As we go to the right, our points, they will be rising, they will be going up. So it's a slope up as we move to the right. And then we're going to have negative correlation. Negative correlation is when our points are descending, or they are going down as we go to the right, which means that they're going to have a negative slope as you go to the right. That is negative correlation. And then we're going to have no correlation. Our no correlation is when they are all scattered and you can't generalize and say they are increasing or they are decreasing. If not scattered, they will just be grouped in one place. This is whereby now you cannot draw the line of best fit, or you cannot draw it well. So yeah, these ones, they are increasing as you go to the right, so therefore this is positive correlation. So this is positive correlation. Positive correlation. Oh, I was saying that when they are scattered is what? Hey, I forgot, sorry about that. I said when they are scattered or grouped together is no correlation. No correlation. Some they will say zero correlation. Yeah, no correlation. Okay, number B says on the same diagram draw the line of best fit of the marks. So you're going to the line of best fit. This is a line which summarizes your points. So this is the line which passes through, which will generalize your points. Probably is the mean of your points. So you're going to have your line which can generalize. You'll be like, if these points are to be grouped and be put together, they are going to fall in this line. So it is going to be the line which passes through the middle of your points, maybe many of your points, something like this. I'm not sure, but yes, something like this it will be it. And moreover, let's note, fellows, let's note that our, what do you call it, our line of best fit, it is not a must. Please note and write down, it is not a must that it should be touching the 0,0 point. It should not touch it. We are concentrated on points only, fellows. We are going to only draw it looking at the points, not looking at where the x components are meeting the y components. No, we are just looking at the points, just at the points. So therefore, do not be fighting that your line of best fit should be coming from the origin, please. So thank you so much, and I am sorry for that. Yeah, but yeah, so thank you so much. This is the solutions for that. Go study, hammer the course, pass, be sponsored, go to university, and the bright future ahead. Peace. Thank you. Have a nice day, nice night, nice morning. Bye.